Hey, my dear homies. So, yeah, I disappeared for quite a while, as you may have noticed. And I'm just gonna get straight into it. The reason for that is, as you may have guessed, it was that I was just going through a lot of shit. And it's kind of the next level of going through a lot of shit when, like, you also don't have a lot of people to talk to. Like, the way I was going through it is, like, I was going through a lot in like 3-4 different areas of my life, and next to that I had like very little like friends to talk about it with, and even then I was trying to talk about it with people and it just like wasn't comforting to me. It's like nobody was giving me the reassurance that I hoped and like the comfort that I hoped that reaching out would give me. And then I later got a therapist. It's a different story, but like God bless, she's amazing. But yeah, I was going through a lot of shit, and I don't want to go like too deeply into it, but even right now in this point of my life, I feel like, you know, as I was making my little YouTube videos on this channel was always about like the next stage of evolution that I'm in, the next stage of like self-actualization that I'm in, the next thing that I realized, the next level that I've achieved, you know, not even in like a selfish way, just in like going step by step with what I was learning in my life as a person. And right now, I am so much more lost and confused than I used to be. I feel like all of the things that I was so certain of and like was so sure of, that like this is the way to go about things, this is the way to heal, this is the way to live, some of those values of mine have not changed. But like no, they did, they absolutely did. Like the values themselves, they didn't change, but like the way you put those values to actually into practice, that like absolutely shifted. I feel like I have a very different perspective on life than I used to, and I don't know how much I like it, because like before, looking back, I was just as like I think I was more miserable probably, or like more lost. However, I had these like truths, you know, that I was like, okay, but I know this is true. Now, bro, I feel like the only thing that I still have any certainty that is still true is that what matters to me in my life is that I just want to experience human love, or just love, like with a tree, with an animal, with an inanimate object, because, you know, that's kind of a weird thing to say, but I just felt so, just as I was describing this, I just felt so much love for this bench I'm sitting on, and you know what? That's what I want to experience in this life. And I know that what matters to me in this life is experiencing this kind of community, and experiencing belonging, and experiencing being seen for who I actually am. However, I know that this is kind of a thing that doesn't entirely depend on me. Like if people around me don't see me for who I actually am, then I cannot really change that. Like I can still keep showing myself, but I cannot like force people to act a certain way. I cannot force the world to be like this paradise. However, what I can do is to like become the love that I want to experience, and become the connection, become the stability, become the bravery, the courage, the passion, the joy that I want to experience in this life. But mostly the love. Like there's just this image in me of like anytime I imagined the things that made me really happy, it was something about feeling loved. Like even if it's just a night, like a blue hour hangout with friends, haha, said the name of the channel, but no, like even if it's just like a blue hour hangout with friends and you just feel like loved, even if it's just like a sunset hangout, or like a deep conversation, or like a concert of your favorite band that like saved your life. I don't even want to say this, like literally saved your life. And like the people there just love each other so much, and it's not like a weird love. It's not like you're gonna start it's not like you're gonna start like making out with the people in the audience, or like in the crowd of the concert, but it's like you just know as you all sing the same words that made you feel more seen than literally anything ever did in this life. It's like you just know that they just know how you feel. They just see you without even having to look the other way, because maybe they're standing next to you and you're both looking at the stage. And it's like all these things about feeling loved and feeling like you belong and feeling appreciated. I feel like appreciation is people use this word so much more vaguely than what it actually means, or like what it means to me is like to be appreciated is actually such a beautiful thing, because it's like someone saying that I am glad that something like you exists. Like I am glad to be experiencing something like you. And appreciation is this very free kind of love. It's not like I love you, I need you. It's like I appreciate you. I appreciate having access to your energy. I appreciate being able to see you. I appreciate being able to hear from you. It's just like a very beautiful thing. And yeah, I feel like that's the only stability I have anymore. I used to be like, if you have a fear, you must fight it. If you have, you know, what you resist persists. If you have to be disciplined, you have to like, you know, keep trying to live in the end and keep trying to be the person you want to be. And I feel like those kind of principles definitely helped me up to a certain point. But I was healing so much, I was fighting so much that I was just hating my life at one point. Like I was like, okay, but when does it get easy though? Like I'm fighting because I want things to be easier. I'm fighting for peace. When do I get the fucking peace? And it made me really reconsider. And right now I'm living in a much more intuitive way where I don't really force things upon myself. I don't really, like if I hate something, I won't push through. I'll fucking quit. And honestly, I'm fucking glad, because sometimes you're just not meant to force shit. And this is I'm gonna be like start talking about like the skill that I titled this video about. You know, I'm gonna get into what the title is and what I was like meaning to even make this whole thing about. But honestly, I don't even care. Like I don't even care about like this being what I imagined it to be. Like I don't even care. I'm literally at a point where I'm letting whatever happen. I feel like I see so much more beauty. And it's not just beauty, it's like this art. Like you can see something so ugly and still feel beauty. Like because it's art, because it's like wow. Like I don't know, it's hard to describe. You can still like feel passion towards it, or like feel touched by it. You know, you can still feel connected to it even though it's ugly. And you don't want it to change, because it's tough, because you might want it to change. I don't know. It's like, you know, when you watch a movie about like a character that's like sad and shit, but you still feel like it's the most beautiful movie ever. That's kind of what I mean. So yeah, I feel like I have a much more intuitive way of looking at existence, of looking at life. I am able to look at the bad things in life and have more appreciation even for them. It's not like I want them, but I'm able to see the beauty in like the process. And like, yeah, but that is not even the skill. That is not the skill that is this video is about. But it's part of it. It's definitely part of it. Because in the last few days, maybe the last few weeks, but like the last few days were crazy. Like a few days ago, or like a little less than a week ago, I had like this mental breakdown, this like absolute mental breakdown of just like feeling like I've lost everything. And it truly has felt like that. Like I've had this so many times in my life where I just keep experiencing disappointment. I feel like is the lesson really to not get excited about anything because you'll be disappointed anyways? Like I kept experiencing disappointment after disappointment. And it was not just like these little things. Like it got to a point where I was like questioning, like, is it literally ever gonna work out, or do I just have to make peace with the disappointment? Like, is my karma, is my path, is my life lesson to just somehow be able to be happy with this disappointment, or like to use this disappointment and do something with it? I had this, and I had a lot of fear. I had so much fear. I got to the point where I was not able to see anything for my future. Because, like, remember what I was talking about is, like, before I had these, like while I was posting, like, almost a year ago, but even, like, it was quite a while ago, but, like, before I had this vision of, like, how I want to live. Now, all that is gone. I have no idea how the life that's gonna make me happy is gonna look like. I have no, like, concrete image that I'm holding on to. I don't have, like, this vision that I'm holding on to. I just don't have this idea or vision of what things need to look like anymore at all. The only thing that I know is that I want to feel loved in it, and I just want to feel good in it. Like, I just want to be happy in it. And I know this is, like, a very, like, obvious thing, but really no, like, we are so attached to but how it's gonna happen, but, like, how my life is gonna turn out, but how I'm gonna be happy. But yeah, because of this right now, I don't have any idea of how my future is gonna look. I don't have a plan. I have some visions for, like, the near future, but when I was having this mental breakdown that I was talking about, I had, like, nothing. Like, literally, I had never felt more like I have zero future before in my life at all. Like, that night was, like, absolutely crazy, and I just kept on crying and crying and crying because I thought that crying would give me a relief. It would make me feel more calm, because after crying you feel more calm. It didn't come. I kept feeling, like, extremely anxious and, like, afraid to exist. Like, I don't know if this is something that, like, it's hard to explain, obviously. But yeah, I was feeling this fear from just existing, because that's how much I didn't see at all. Like, I had nothing that I wanted to do. I had nothing that I could imagine that would make me happy. Like, literally no future outcome. No, like, what would make you happy. Like, I had no, like, what would give you relief in this moment. Literally, I could not come up with a single thing that gave me relief. Not a future, not an act in the present moment, not anything. And I just kept reaching out to people at that point, which is great. I'm absolutely glad that I did that. I reached out to this online community that I'm a part of, which, God bless, honestly. It's one of the only places where I'm able to experience community. I reached out to my only friend, and I also reached out to another person. And it just helped me to let people know what I'm going through. They didn't, like, I'm really grateful. I really don't mean this to, like, downplay the help that I got, but, like, I still didn't get the comfort and reassurance that, like, was able to keep me, like, consistently calm. Like, that night, I had that, like, I had those interactions, and they calmed me down for that night. But then I wake up in the morning and I feel the same anxiety. I feel the same way about existing. I'm like, there's nothing anymore that I'm, like, sure about. I feel the same, like, the thing is, I never experienced depression in a way where I can't get out of bed. I still do things, it's just everything feels uncomfortable. Like, everything feels, like, weird and alien, and, like, nothing resonates. And Leo Skeppy described this so perfectly. I've been relating to Leo Skeppy, guys. Like, you know it's bad when you relate. No, I love him. But, like, yes, point is, like, everything felt so, like, weird and alien, and it's like I didn't feel connected to literally anything. I just didn't resonate with literally anything, and that was so scary to me, because I already felt alone. I already had, like, barely any support system, and I'm telling you, I've experienced an amount of fucking loneliness in this life that I can't even compare to anything. Like, I think I'm definitely gonna talk about it at some point. Maybe I feel like the angels are telling me to talk about it. Okay, so yeah, I've experienced a lot of loneliness. I've had like 3 summers in a row, 2 while in high school, the 3rd after high school, where I was just alone for the entire 3 months of summer. I wasn't seeing anyone besides the family that I was living with, but even they were like traveling. Basically like my mom and his partner, I live with them, and like they were like traveling for like not that long, but like for example 4 days at a time. I was literally just alone in the house with like nothing to do. And when you're in the state, there's nothing I could watch on YouTube that I felt like understood by. There's nothing that I could watch that I would feel connected to. There's nothing that I could do that I actually felt connected to. And like I was 17 at this time, by the way, and it was just so like weird. That's the only way that it describes it, is like weird, because it's so hard to make sense of these things. It's so hard to, you know, especially this existential fear when like everyone around you is acting like everything is normal. You know, life is just going on, people are just living their life, and yet you are experiencing such a disconnect from everything and how everything looks and feels. And it's so not validated by anything around you, and like you just can't connect to literally anything. Like I remember when in those summers I was like 16, 17, 18, I was just like walking. Like, literally my thing to do with like, when I was 17, that one summer is just like coming to my mind. The only thing I would do is like I would walk and hope that it would make me feel better, and it didn't. I kept feeling this like existential anxiety about existing without connection. And not just like physical connection, like this, I also didn't have physical connection, but like this deep mental connection of knowing that there's someone out there that gets it. Because before that, I was really connected to like music artists. I was really connected to like some YouTubers. I was like, oh yeah, they get it. But at that point, I was feeling like literally no one gets it. Like there's not a single person, not a celebrity, not a friend, no one that understands what I'm going through. And it's not like I wasn't talking about it. Like at that point I was more shy, but like I was never a very shy person. I was never the kind of person that wasn't open about what they were going through. Like I feel like when I'm going through shit, it's written all over me. Like you have to be very, very ignorant to miss it. So, and yeah, that was a feeling that kept returning to my life, and I was experiencing this feeling again, like in the last few weeks, and I had this like total mental breakdown about it, where this feeling of like not being connected to anything, literally no future, no people, no objects, no place, no activity, no nothing, that I was just extremely afraid just of like existing this way. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. In these times of my life, I struggled a lot. There's a person here. She's right in front of me. I'm not gonna say this while she's right in front of me. So, especially in these times of my life, I struggled a lot with wanting to end my life. And it's not just like this doom and gloom, nothing is worth it. It's like this fear. Like you're literally afraid of being alive. That's what I was feeling like. I was afraid of being alive. I felt like this speck in the universe, just drifting with like nothing to latch onto, because I wasn't connected to anything. I literally felt like this, and I kept feeling like that no matter what I fucking did. Literally like this speck in the universe, just like drifting and drifting and drifting, and like not being able to latch onto or attach to anything. And it's not like people demonize attachment so much, but like as a human, you can't not be attached to certain things, certain places, certain activities, certain anything. I ran out of storage, which I'm really mad about, because I deleted so long videos that are way longer than what I just recorded, that were on my phone. I deleted that just to record this, and I still ran out of storage. iPhone, what the fuck? Once I deleted an hour-long video, like I think an hour and 30 minutes long video, I delete it and I still have no storage. And I rebooted the phone like 7 times. You know what? I'm back to talking about the human experience. So yeah, as a human, you can't not attach to things. And I think anyone that is afraid of attachment is like, yeah, this is just not good. Like, no, for real. I mean, even Buddha himself, he said that, like, to be afraid of attachment is attachment. Or, like, to be attached to detachment is attachment. I don't fucking know. The point is, as a human, and I've said this many times, that I think the way to actually self-actualize and create a stable, happy life is to work with your human nature. And this is also ties in with what I titled this video about. The mystery skill that I'm going to drop is the one skill that's been able to make me feel better, is to cook with what you fucking got. And it's so simple. People say this is like gratitude, like be grateful for what you have. I think it's more than that. I feel like it's gratitude multiplied by something. I don't know. It's basically to look around you, and even if you feel like you have nothing, you never have nothing. If you look around and you see stuff, and you can touch stuff, and you can, like, yeah, that's enough, then you have stuff to cook with. You have opportunities. And just like in that moment, I was having that mental breakdown. By the way, I'm not about to cry. I'm just shaking because it's cold as fuck out here. It's almost April and it's this cold. But anyway, so yeah. It's like, even while I was having that little mental breakdown about not feeling connected to anything and being afraid of existence, I was like, okay, what do I for real fucking have? And I texted literally all of the people that are in my life. And that's like, it's 2 people and the community online that I was a part of. That's all the people I have now. And even the connection with, like, my IRL people in my life was not, like, that ideal. Like, I still didn't feel that level of, like, very much connectedness. I felt like I just... Okay, if that falls on me, I might die. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, so, even though I was like, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's what I have now. So I would, like, just reach out to these people and, like, say that, like, hey, just to have someone that I can promise that I'm not gonna commit side right now really helps a lot. And thank you for being in my life. Because, like, literally, just the fact that I have people to promise that means a lot. And it really, really helped me to, like, connect with people, even in the online community. One person who I'd never talked to personally before, but I was resonating with their stuff in, like, the group chat and stuff. But yeah, I never talked to, like, one-on-one before. Basically we talked, and it was just, like, so reassuring. I love that community. And, yeah, it was so nice to experience love. Like, it was so nice to experience feeling appreciated. Because I feel like feeling appreciated, it does give you a sense of connection. And I feel like it's definitely some huge part of my life purpose, this feeling of, like, feeling absolutely starved of connection. Like, it's something that I have to do with. Like, it's something that I have business with because I've experienced it, like, so fucking much. So, yeah. And the skill that I think is very important is to literally look at your fucking situation and just cook with what you got. Like, literally, if you have no solid idea of where to go, like myself, I'm like, you know what? I have like 9 like demos for songs on my laptop that I never really did anything with or brought to a producer because I was like just dealing with so much shit. I couldn't do my music. But then I'm like, oh, but I actually know this guy who's a producer and he's really nice, and like we kind of connected and became friends. Okay, I'm gonna talk to him. He was also my teacher at one point. So you know what? I'm gonna reach out to him and text him. And then there was this thing which my mom told me, is that there's this place which is kind of like it's not a psych ward. Like it's less of a severity than a psych ward. And it's also kind of like a rehab, but there's no addicts, like not drug addicts, no, like it's not a rehab for like drugs or alcohol. It's basically like a soul rehab. I don't know. I have a very hard time describing this place, but like there's this place that you can like admit yourself to. Your insurance covers it. European things. So sorry for anyone American watching this. Genuinely, America scares the fuck out of me lately, but yeah, so the thing is, like, there's this place you can admit yourself to. A lot of people in this, like, psychology circles, you know, where I live, they've been to this place and they say it's really great. Basically, you just do therapy, different forms of therapy all day. You can sleep there. People go there for, like, months. It's literally like a rehab, but not for, like, drugs and alcohol. They're also allowed to give you medication if it's decided. Like, they're professional psychologists and psychiatrists, but like it's not the same as a psych ward, because like a psych ward here, guys, Eastern European psych ward, that should be some like I might need to censor that actually, because you do not want to fucking get into one. Like it's hell from what I know. But yeah, so yeah, point is, I know now that like there's that place I can go into if I feel really, really shitty about my life and I feel like I just need help. I can go to that place and I can attend all these sorts of therapies, like group therapy and art therapy, any sort of, I've not been there, so I don't know everything, but like there are all these therapies and all this community of people that are there to help you. I know if I feel that bad about life again and I'm like fighting the urge to call it quits, I can just go to that place. This very helpful. And it was also helpful, like lately I was like, my life is going freaking nowhere. I quit my job because I hated it. I was crying every morning, and it's not because of the people there. The people there were actually nice. It's just like this job was so not cut out for me. And yeah, I had to leave that too. So I was just in this place, and I've still been in this place of like no direction. I'm trying to study for a college, but it's honestly, I genuinely don't know if it's gonna be good for me, and I also don't know if I'm gonna get in because all of this emotional exhaustion, I've not been able to study that much. And I do believe that everything is for a reason. I do believe that if I'm meant to go to that college, my angels will arrange my life in a way that I will have more energy and motivation to study. But it's just not what's been happening, and I do believe it's for a reason. Weird, there are literally 2 dudes right now here, like so close to me, like a few meters away from me. You know what, I don't care. And even right now, I was just looking for things that do feel aligned and do feel at least somewhat good, or at least better than nothing. And I think you should latch on to those things. Not latch on to as like obsessively latch onto them, but like if you have an opportunity to just feel remotely better. And I'm not talking about instant gratification, because that literally does not work for me. Instant gratification does not even make me feel better. So if you have one thing you can latch onto, it's been also going to the gym for me and working out for me. I've been running simply because I've heard like working out gives you like happy chemicals. So I've been working out every day. I've been looking better too. it's also the music thing. I'm like, okay, I have that. I'm very grateful that I know this producer guy who's also very nice, because it's very important to me, because I've had some experience of trying to do my art with people that I didn't get along with, and it was just awful, terrible. Yeah, so it's like all these things around you that you have, just look around and just ask yourself, like, is there anything to make me feel just a little better? I was feeling the same way. I was at home. I was like, I hate everything. I have no, you know what? It's not even I hate everything. I just had this anxiety again, just about existing. I was just anxious, and I'm like, okay, what would help? And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go into a park to journal. And then on the way to the park, I thought, like, you know what? What if I started posting on YouTube again? Just to feel better, like, just for the fucking moment, because I don't even care about how my future goes. I'm here to just do what feels right in this moment. And there's always something that you can do, even if it doesn't feel right in the way that you feel like it's gonna give you comfort. You can still try to do it, and there's a chance it'll make you feel better. And that's how I was with, like, a lot of things that, like, I didn't know if it was gonna make me feel that good, but, like, sometimes you just try, and, you know, it's like, there's this saying that, like, help yourself and God will help you. It's a saying where I live, and I found it that it's been helping me literally to just, like, cook with what I've got. If I have a fucking phone, I have my old YouTube channel, post on it. If it makes you feel connected to something, post there. If you can, like, go to an event about something. For example, I was diagnosed with this health issue, and today there was an event about that health issue. I was like, let me go there, but it was over by the time I could have gone there, so I didn't go there. But, like, it's like, literally look around and just try anything, because it's like, if you feel like there's nothing you can do, you probably haven't tried everything yet. And even when I remember back when I was 17 and in that, like, rut, I looked up dance classes, because I was like, you know what, if I'm this sad, I might as well just, like, do something. And I found this dance place, and it made me feel just a little better. I'm not gonna say it saved my life, but it dragged me out of this no connection kind of place that I was in. So yeah, I think my main message is that to just look at your life, look at your situation, and do not resist it. For example, I was hating my job so bad. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna have no money. And I'm like, okay, what do we do with that then? If you have no money, like, what can you do that, like, doesn't require you to, like, you know, spend too much money? It's like, you know, I can ask someone that I know who also does music, like, hey, what universities would you recommend for a musician? And then she recommended me the university that I'm currently studying for. And it's so easy, because people around us, I feel like, put so much pressure on us to, like, be someone, you know? And it's totally, like, I get where it's coming from, because first of all, you want to be independent, you want to make your own money. I know for myself, a huge motivation for me is, like, I just want to make my own money, because I just don't like relying on my family. Basically, my goal is to just make my own money, and I want to make my own money doing something that I'm okay with doing, and possibly in the long run make money from, like, my ikigai, which is, like, this silent purpose that lives within you. And for me, that is connection, and it's always been that. It's been community, and I want to create that through my art. I also want to create that through this channel. So if you're watching this, thank you for contributing to my life's purpose. And write down in the comments how you feel. Write down what you've been going through. Write down how this video made you feel. Absolutely, I'm totally open to it. I just want to give people a space to connect and experience connection, because, again, as someone that has gone through so much, like, loneliness and just feeling starved of connection, and it's not just the loneliness of, like, being alone, it's the loneliness of, like, not feeling connected to places, activities, futures that people around you tell you they should be your future, like all the stuff, like a lack of connection basically. I know what it feels like, and I know how precious connection is, and I want to make the world a better place by creating more connection. So yeah, and the other thing that I was gonna say is that it's so easy to put this pressure on ourselves and to be so dissatisfied with our lives because like people around us put so much pressure on us about how your life should be. And it's like what I was saying is that I want to make my own money, of course, but of course like your parents are either gonna want you to go to college or get a job. They're not gonna be just like letting you, I don't know, be at home and just keep being a starving artist forever. They're gonna, like, of course, like most people's family wants them to be successful. Also, like there's this culture in Gen Z about like grinding, you need to be successful, and the economy is shit, and because of that you also need to be successful, and there's just so much pressure about what you need to have achieved by a certain time. And because of that I was putting this pressure on myself. I totally forgot that like, no, this is my path. I was going through all these emotions, I was going through all these situations, I was going through all these lessons for a fucking reason, and that has value in it, even if I haven't made any money from it. Those are very, very valuable experiences, and that are, I think, are gonna help me very, very much in the long run. And just because you didn't, yeah, basically it's not something you can just like put on the table and show everyone like, yeah, this is how I've grown personally. It's a big fucking deal to go from wanting to end your life to being in your purpose, or like to feeling like you have something to live for. That's a big fucking deal. But it's like, of course, like people are gonna ask like, oh, what have you done so far with your life? I'm gonna, first of all, if you're the kind of person to put that pressure on me, I'm not gonna like open up to you. Like, why would I open up to you? Just for you to discredit it? Yeah, or I might open up to them, but like, I don't know. Yeah, so it's so easy to look at your life for all the things that it's not, because I feel like overall in society, and like it's not just society, it's also your immediate family, it's your immediate friends, it's, you open the phone, it's everywhere, it's YouTube, it's literally everywhere, even like movies. It's like the world puts this pressure on you to achieve and achieve and achieve, and like to have these things to like show for what you've done. And like because of that we look at our lives and we see it for all the things that it's not. And I think it comes into it when like your family is worried for you. It might be coming from a good place, but they will also look at your life for all the things that it's not. They will look at like, oh my god, where is my child's future gonna go? And they like kind of implant this worry for the future into you with like this good intention of like, okay, it might be genuinely good intention, I don't know, but like with this intention of like making sure you have a stable future. But the thing is, their version of a stable future might not be your version of a stable future, because to me, feeling like I have to force something in order to keep it work, it feels very unstable. Because like, what do you mean it all falls apart if I just get into like a mental state or even a physical health state that I just can't keep doing it, and then my whole life falls apart and I end up on the fucking street? Like, that doesn't feel stable to me, to do something for a living or to build my life on something that I need to force. That's like the very opposite of stable for me. But of course, most people are not on that kind of level of thinking. Most people are just like, yeah, make money, get a job, get a degree. It's just the basic like life shit. And if your life looks different than that, and your achievements are more unconventional and more like rare, then the people around you will have a tendency to discredit it. And that like slowly over time might make you discredit your own life's journey and your own progress, because you're like, oh, I should have achieved this and this and that. And that makes it harder to cook with what you got, because you look at everything which you got and you're like, but no, this is not good. I'm supposed to be having this and I'm supposed to be able to make something out of that, but I don't fucking have it. So like, now what? And it's just, I feel like it makes people feel very hopeless to put all these expectations on them, because like, first of all, I'm never gonna achieve like the standard life. I don't think I'm fit for it. I'm neurodivergent. I'm just not the kind of person for that life. I'm not the kind of person to like, you know, get a degree, get a job. I always wanted to be an artist. I always wanted to be a music artist, and I'm working towards that, and it's great, to be honest. Like, I enjoy that. But like, yeah, different people are made for different lives, and this whole cookie cutter life that people tell you your life should look like, it can make you feel like you have nothing. And that's what I was feeling like. I was looking at all the opportunities around me and I was like, okay, but it's not that. Like, it's not what my family would want me to be. It's not the opportunity that I can tell my grandma that I took and she's gonna be like, it's so good. Like, you know what I mean. But no, I love my grandma. She would actually be happy for me, I think. She's cute. But yeah, so I think the core message of this video is to look at your life, look at yourself, and create with it. Create whatever. If nothing would make you feel better in the moment, just try something for the fucking sake of trying it. Just like, don't give up, and never ever ever believe that you're hopeless. Like, just do not believe that. You have an anxiety about feeling lost, you have an anxiety about the future, and that anxiety could tell you that you're never going to be happy, that you're always going to be hopeless, that you have no one, you have nothing, and all those things. And even if your connections are not ideal, they're still connections, and I still reached out to those people in my darkest moments, and it was still great. It still helped me so much. It might be the reason like I'm still here. I mean, I don't think I would have actually like, you know, called it quits, but bitch, I might have. You know what? Even if your connections are not ideal, they can still save your life. Even if where you are is not ideal, you can create something with it, and you can like just take the next step. You know, don't even focus on the future, because I think people are like, oh, focus on the bigger picture, focus on what you want long term. Focus on what matters to you. And I feel like if you keep taking steps based on what matters to you in life, your life is gonna end up reflecting what matters to you, and that's gonna end up as the big picture. You know, that's gonna end up as like the future vision, the 10 of cups for the spiritual girlies out there. Like, that's gonna manifest as this like dream life, because you're building slowly by taking the next step and the next step and the next step based on what feels true to you, based on what matters to you. And you still might fumble, you still might fall down a little bit, but I feel like you cannot lose that bad as long as you stay true to yourself, and as long as you are just like genuinely honest with yourself about where you're at, about how you feel, and about what you want. So I don't know if this helped anyone. I hope me sharing my lowest moments, girl, these are not even my these are not even my lowest moments, but like me sharing like shit that I've gone through with y'all could make anyone feel seen. I need to get going because I'm gonna freeze to death. Like, my voice is shaking, not because I'm emotional, because I'm cold. But I really hope that me sharing these things could help you feel connected. It could help you feel understood and seen, and it could give you some hope. And also that like you're not alone. We feel disconnected from everything sometimes, and it's not normal, but so many people go through it, and you're not alone with it. And at least you can be connected to that. At least you can be connected with the fact that that we all go through these things. Some people more, some people less. Some people, if you're watching this and you're like me, who goes through it more, there are people like us who go through it, and there's hope. I think there's always hope. As long as you're alive, there's hope, because as long as you can look around and there is a world around you, that means you have options and you're not powerless. And I think this is like so important to recognize with this whole thing about like cook with what you got, is that you got stuff. You got stuff to create with. You got talent. You've got options. You've got a whole fucking world around you. Even if you don't have money right now, even if you don't have the best relationships right now, even if you're in some like overwhelming beef right now with like a family member, or like even if like you're going through a lot, even if you're going through a breakup, I'm just saying that like you might be going through all these things, and life might feel like nothing will ever make you feel happy anymore, but like that doesn't mean it's true. You can totally be wrong, and like, girl, let yourself be wrong, like, or just be open to the possibility that you're wrong when you feel like nothing's ever gonna make you happy anymore, or when you feel like you don't know if you're ever gonna feel connected to anything ever again. Because I was feeling like that. I feel like that so much. I felt like that so much in my life, of like looking for a home, feeling like I just don't feel at home anywhere, with anyone, any place, even activities. I love dancing though. Dancing is like, I love it. But even then, like, not feeling home anywhere has been like a core experience to me ever since I was a child. I'm just saying that like, just because all these experiences, all the disappointment, all the anxiety, all the fear, it might make you think that the future is doomed and you don't have options and you're never gonna get better. But like, at least leave the opportunity open that you might be entirely wrong. Because like, I know it's scary, but as long as you're alive, as long as you can look around and there is a world around you, you have hope. So yeah, that's what I want to leave this video with. I'm gonna get the fuck inside, and I hope you're doing great. I also just wanted to say that me filming at this spot is also me cooking with what I've got, because can you see the lighting here? This is so unflattering. I'm actually pretty. Like, yeah. But I look like Winnie the fucking Pooh in this lighting. And you know what? I'm just gonna roll with it, because this is the only surface where I can put down my phone and film. So yeah, be an alchemist. If you got shit and you want to make gold, of course. Well, that just happened. So if you want to be an alchemist and you want to make gold out of shit, you might not be able to do it right away, but you can make a little better shit from the shit, and then a little better shit, and then a little better shit. And then like one day you wake up and you have gold, and people are like, oh my god, how did she do that? And like, it's because you looked around you and you worked with what you had. And I think this is very important, to be honest with yourself about where you're at, how you feel, what you got, and what matters to you. So even if like all you can latch onto is, for me, that like I want to experience love in this life, feeling like I belong, feeling like I'm connected, feeling like my existence and my presence makes a difference, and there is value that people see in me. I'm needed for something. Even if that's all you can latch onto it. Even if that's the only thing that, even if you can't even feel hope thinking about it, if you just know that it would feel good, just sit with that knowing for a little bit. Or like, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't keep talking. I'm so cold, I can't speak anymore, so I'm gonna need to get going. I feel like this could be divine intervention or something. Everything happens for a reason. I still believe that. So I love you. That might be kind of weird, but I love you. I don't give a fuck that it's weird. We're all weird. Everyone's weird. Literally everyone's so weird. Like, not in a bad way, but people are like, oh, people are gonna think I'm weird. Just look at every single person in your life. They're all weird. So yeah. Yeah, you're not doomed. I've already said it all. Have a nice day and happy to be back. I need to go.